Ma'am, what are the difficulties that come in educating a child who's in class 1 or 2 online? How challenging will that be for the faculty?
Well, that's going to be very challenging, but at the same time, you're not going to have that staid class for these students. You're going to have to dance in front of the camera. You'll have to talk with them, sing with them, make your class lively and not too long. But ensure that the rhythm of learning is kept, so that when we start the physical classes, they know, oh, miss, yes, we did this, we did that. Yes, miss. Yes, sir, we danced with you.
And ma'am, can you please tell us, in this age of the internet, where most of the children are watching videos on the internet, making videos for the internet via TikTok and different things, they're kids right now, but as they grow up and they might be in the professional front, they might want to delete those things. How are you going to ask them to be careful about that?
The first thing is the use of internet in our school is going to be very, very strict. Only what is required for the child is going to be available for them. But when we have counseling classes, we have counseling also, please remember. When we have counseling classes, we will have experts visit our school and talk to them about the vices of information technology and what cautions they should take, what preventions they should take, so that later in life when they look back, they have no regrets.
Good morning and welcome to Nagrik Sawal. I'm Arzu and I'm here to conduct a special episode with the CEO of Balmiki School. We have Miss Yankala Barfunga here with us. Please welcome her.
Good morning and namaste Dhangari again.
Ma'am, please tell us a little about your journey as an educator.
My journey as an educator has been both pleasure and pain. In the last 40 years, let's say now, I've been working with children from all walks of life. I've been working with youth from all walks of life. I've been dealing with teachers, professors, principals, consultants, academicians, seniors and upcoming ones. And it's been a great pleasure. 21 years in Kathmandu. I've worked with some of the best schools whose names I'm not permitted to take. But yes, and I've worked with the international colleges and helped set up one I can mention, I think, that is NAMI College at Zorpati. It's now partnering with the University of Northampton. Basically, the parents didn't want to send their children abroad. They wanted them to study in Nepal and get the same international education. So I said, I think NAMI did that job and I'm glad to have been a part of it. Then I've been working with College of Applied Business, the last one, as a person who had to help with the quality accreditation and assurance documents, and I succeeded in that also. After that, I think I was pulled to Dhangari by Mr. Gopal Hamal and the chairman of the Balmiki International School, Mr. Dinesh Raj Bhandari.
Ma'am, what do you think about Dhangari since Rihanna?
It's hot and humid, but it's suiting me. And let's say another challenge is in front of me, and I've accepted it, and I look forward to it.
Ma'am, please tell us a little about your vision for the Balmiki School.
Well, honestly speaking, Arzu, Balmiki School was actually created so that, the best of quality education at international level without missing out the culture of the society would be available to the youth of Balmiki, okay? Simultaneously, it will also be a place to promote education tourism in far west, in Sundar Sudar Paschim. So, I guess that is it.
Ma'am, if I may ask, I didn't understand the term education tourism. Could you explain it?
All right. It's like this. Wherever you have education, you have an economic growth. because the first priority that parents want to give is good education to their children.
Yes, definitely.
And you've noticed that most of the good schools are now, mushroomed in Kathmandu, and parents move out of all areas of far western Nepal just to go to Kathmandu to educate their child. Now, if that same education was brought to Dhangari, the far west region students would have a better opportunity, nearer, same education, nearer to the house, at home, more secure, and financially more viable also.
Ma'am, please tell us about Balmiki, and till what class are you starting for this year, and when do you get to the senior batches?
Okay, before I answer this question, I want to, I think I left out something. When you promote education, you promote tourism in such a way. You promote both national tourism and international tourism. Maybe later on when you have a fantastic College of Fine Arts in Dhangari, okay, you have an airport very near to the neighboring countries. You might, who knows, you might just be promoting a lot of students from there. So education tourism means, bringing in economic growth in the form of education to the place of Dhangari.
Ma'am, what are the challenges in setting up a new school in an area like Sudurpashchim?
Well, the first challenge is everyone is in awe of people who speak good English.
Yes.
Good English is absolutely fine, but that English must be applied. That English should be applicable to each and every one. That English should not distort the culture of the area. That English should work simultaneously with the culture and the people. No doubt English is an international language, but at the same time, one must not forget that I'm Nepali.
Yes, that's
Be
very
a
important.
proud Nepali first, be a very, very proud Sudurpashchimi person first, and then yes, English, because it is the lingua franca of the world.
Okay, with this, I guess it's time for us to head to the break. Welcome back to Nagrik Sawal. I'm Arzu, and we have the CEO of Balmiki School, Miss Yankala, and we have Sunil Thapa supporting us on the technical front. Ma'am, could you please tell us how will Balmiki be different from the other schools in terms of teaching English and the education quality overall?
All the schools in my eyes are the same, Arzu. Balmiki will just offer something which is required for the children of far western Nepal. Now, when we take classes in Balmiki, we are going to follow the early childhood education curriculum, which complements the government of Nepal CDC. All right. Now, another pointer is wherever you go, people want children to speak good English. Now, what we have planned in Balmiki is we will have English, the CDC curriculum, as English subject, but we have another class called English language, where the child from class 8 onwards, they will have special English language classes where the emphasis will be on listening skill, speaking skill, writing skill, reading skill, and then the awareness, how they should dissect a question. All that will be taught in the English language. Now, why are we wanting English language class when we already have English as a subject? Simple, Arzu. This English language class will complement the child when he or she is answering social studies questions, when he or she is answering science, any subject related to English, they will be able to understand anything with more clarity and be aware of what is being taught. And then it will improve their critical thinking and analytical skill because they have a command over the language. Now, this will also be applied to Nepali language because it is our mother tongue. So, now, with regard to PG to class 5, they will also have special English language classes, but it will be poetry recitation, spoken English, discussions in the classroom, and I'm personally going to take the English language classes of class 1, 2 and 3. So I think that makes a difference, because the grooming from the base has to be very strong. And another point that I'm very particular about is that the handwriting should be very good. So those who have taken admissions, I've already started from class 5 to class 1, I've already started giving them handwriting. I'm good at cursive handwriting, and we are going to promote cursive handwriting right from class 1 right up to class 10, so that tomorrow the students will be known as, oh, they're from Balmiki International School, Dhangari, with their handwriting.
Ma'am, which board will you introduce in Balmiki? Will you have any IGCSE eventually, or what are you starting with right now?
Just now it is SEE, the government of Nepal. But let me tell you, the government of Nepal, SEE, has an excellent curriculum, and they have just updated their curriculum. I find it excellent because I think they have followed the early childhood education, and they have also kept in a lot of the Cambridge style of teaching, forming the syllabus and everything. And of course we have a lot of emphasis on lesson plan. In Balmiki, it's not the students who will have a tough time, it is the teachers who will have a tough time, because they will really have to deliver.
Please tell us also about the teachers you're recruiting, since you've already mentioned.
Oh, I've been very, very fortunate. I have already got excellent faculty members for class 10, because we have taken over the students, from the ex-school, and we have to teach them and make them get through class 10. So class 10, 9, 8, excellent faculty members, all from Ferguson College, Pune, some from Kendra Vidyalaya, CBSE, but 15 years of experience in maths, some from St. Xavier's, Mumbai. And the best part is, they are all Sudar Paschim people.
Wow, that's amazing.
So Balmiki is giving them an opportunity. I asked one of the candidates, where were you till now? She said, well, we were looking for an opportunity. And that's there. So Balmiki has already created an atmosphere for employment of the youth of Nepal.
Ma'am, do you think that as parents are from across Sudur Paschima enrolling their students in your school, do you think it's going to impact the number of hotels that are set up and parents coming down for vacations? Will it become like Nainital and Darjeeling overall?
That is why I said education tourism, Arzu. Of course, it's inevitable.
How many interested candidates do you have from besides Dhangari, ma'am? Is there a fair number?
Till now, 53 students have already taken admission forms. And I'm a bit worried, because I do not want too many students at the beginning of the year. Okay? And we are going to have virtual classes, online classes from class 1 to class 10. We are not hurrying. We want to set up the institute very well. Before we start the virtual classes or the online classes, we are going to have a workshop with the parents, give them the timetable of the online classes, tell them how they should, what is expected of them during these online classes as guardians, what is expected of their students, of child during the online classes, and then only proceed. Not just say, okay, no. And then tell them what software we are also using and how they should use it also. A demo in the school first, then only.
Do you have a special software for the online classes?
We haven't decided yet, but two are on the backup. One is Microsoft, and the other one is VedGuru.
Ma'am, what are the difficulties that come in educating a child who's in class 1 or 2 online? How challenging will that be for the faculty?
Well, that's going to be very challenging, but at the same time, you're not going to have that staid class for these students. You're going to have to dance in front of the camera. You'll have to talk with them, sing with them, make your class lively and not too long. but ensure that the rhythm of learning is kept, so that when we start the physical classes, they know, oh miss, yes, we did this, we did that, yes miss, yes sir, we danced with you. They can recall that they had a lively online session.
Ma'am, will they have, if the schools are opened and if children are allowed to come to school, how will you mitigate the risk of coronavirus?
If the students are permitted to come to school, I'd be the happiest person, because most of the children want to come to school whenever I interview them, especially from the lower grades, and even the higher grades. Obviously, they want to interact with their peer, they want to discuss, and there's so much to catch up on. So coming to school, but we have no problems. Not more than 25 students in a class, and we have tables with all the COVID guidelines. Class, we have the whole system with the COVID guidelines, whatever. Okay, then we have an excellent infirmary where they will be at the entrance in the bus itself. They will be checked for whether they have fever or whether they are fine. Then at the entrance of the school, another checkup. Then when they come in the class, they're all going to be kept very separate. That distance will be maintained, 3 feet or 4 feet difference. 25 students in a class with 2 teachers, lower grade, 2 teachers, 2 caretakers, to ensure that they don't mix up. The food, the meal part, that's going to be catered to them in their classrooms for the little ones. So all that is taken care of. And we have an excellent infirmary for the little ones, a beautiful nap room, where when they want to sleep, they can go to sleep and the music is on for them. And the musics are all instrumental. I've chosen, a group of us have sat down and chosen the best instrumental Nepali music, the best classical music. They will be tuned to Beethoven, Mozart, Madal, Sarangi, all at a very young age when they are taking their nap in their nap rooms. And it's beautifully done up, Arzu. The parents should come and see. Some of them have been visiting it and they're enjoying it. The children will enjoy themselves.
Ma'am, also please tell us about the extracurricular activities that the school will offer, and how important is it for a child's growth?
Now we have changed the name of ECA, extracurricular activity, to SUPWD,
okay.
Socially Useful Productive Work. Okay, we are going to have 6 days a week, 5 days academically sound. Everyone's going to be involved in their studies, library, googling for their work. But the 6th day is all fun and laughter, and that is going to make learning in Balmiki fun. It's all about being happy in school. No homework till class 5. We have classes from the 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. Lunch, breakfast, lunch, snack, everything for the child. Special classes, all their homeworks will be done during special classes. Simple reason, I do not believe in a child going back home and asking for a tuition master. No doubt I respect the tuition master, but his style of teaching will contradict my style of teaching at Balmiki, and that's going to confuse my child. So might as well have the child helped in the school itself. If he needs help, he or she needs help in mathematics, right from senior school to junior school, maths teacher. If he's good and he has, that time he wants to play, let him play. So it's all for the child. Approaching the child individually also, not as a group. A slow learner will be approached in his or her own way. The quick learner will be approached in his or her way. But no jealousy or unwanted rivalry. Competition, yes, but not negative, rivalry and jealousy.
Will they also have access to an audio-visual room for...
Oh yes, we have smartphones, but smartphones not all the time, because smartphones for 1 hour for the little ones to jump and sing everything, yes, for them to listen to the correct pronunciation both in Nepali and English, and then at the same time even maths and multiplication, whatever it is, all that is already. But again, we have yoga, we have meditation, we have a Sanskrit club also, so that they can learn the slokas. Then later on we can have sloka recitation competition, just as we have poetry recitation competition. So it's the meeting of the best of the East and the West.
Oh, nice. Ma'am, when do you start the Sanskrit class for the students? in which batch?
No, it's their choice. Right from PG to we will have a club. Okay, that is the ECA activity. We will have a club. Those who want to be involved in the club, the seniors will take care of the juniors. Okay, and everyone will be involved. Okay, the Sanskrit club, and then there will be times when we want to say, okay, there will be a Sanskrit master who will teach them, of course, with the correct diction, the correct rhythm, the correct tone, so it should be so that it is respected. And then they will also learn as to what it means. In the same manner, we'll have the readers club. In the same manner, we'll have the music club. Okay, all these clubs. Then again, we want the children to be socially responsible, which means we'll be taking care of a rural village where the education, the farming, everything the students will learn. That is for the senior classes. Okay, they will have to write a project report on it. They will have to write a story on what they felt. They must learn to empathize with their counterpart in their hometown, who is a little bit unfortunate than them, but never look down on them, because you don't know where life will take one.
Yes, definitely. Before we move further with this, let's have a short break and we'll be right back, and we'll be taking calls after that. Hello and welcome back to Nagrik Sawal. We're having a special episode with Ms. Yankala, the CEO of Balmiki. And right now I've just been asking Yankala ma'am about the quality education that Balmiki School has to offer. Let's move on to a new question. And also everyone, we're ready to take questions from you all. The audience can call us with their questions on 410-216. With that, Yankala ma'am, kindly tell us, are there any entrance tests conducted before the students are being enrolled in your school?
We are taking admissions from PG to class 9. So class 9, we have already 11 students enrolled. Class 8, we already have 7 students enrolled. Now for the higher classes, it is a must to take the entrance exams. Not to, mark them academically, but just to find out what type of standard are they coming to us with. Because this is a new school and the BOD wants, everyone in Dangari to get an opportunity. And as the CEO, I abide by the orders because they would know what is best for Dangari. The other reason is, when you take these children for interviews and exams, then we know what the standard of the English is, what type of academic background they're coming from, how should my teachers approach them, because we deal one-to-one. But one thing very clear, not more than 25 students in one class. This time there is no competition in the interview because it's a new school, so it's on first come first serve basis. But from next year, there'll be a proper entrance exam, and I don't think we'll be taking any students from class 8 upwards next year. This time, it's a special COVID case. COVID is the exception. Yeah.
Ma'am, it's much easier to teach the younger children the language, the English language, but how challenging does it get as you go to the senior batches?
Well, if we have children right from the base who've worked with us, no problem, Arsu. But in between, when we get students from outside and the parents desire that their child, and at the same time there are some transfer cases also, you have officers coming, so we help assist to accommodate their child. Now sometimes most of the children I notice in Nepal, when they study social studies, science, maths, the teachers explain everything in Nepali.
Yes.
So when that happens, it's a big problem because that is not going to be done in Balmiki. They have to understand it in English, because later on what happens is then their language goes berserk. So this is the reason why again I insisted on English language, so that they can apply it in understanding maths, they can apply it in understanding social studies. Because if you understand in Nepali and you write in English, God bless the child and God help the teacher.
Definitely, definitely, ma'am. Ma'am, what are your preparations for the class 9 and class 10? Like, since you're saying most of the job will be done online for this term, do you have any special plans to go ahead with those batches?
Yes, we have. Class 10, I'm very, very worried. Honestly speaking, I'm very, very worried because it's an examination class and we are going to have very many special classes with them. Every child, thank God we have only 15 now. Every child is going to be approached individually. Where they lack, how are we going to help them? Past question papers to be done repeatedly with all the subjects. Class 9, they already have a year, so grooming will be done. But online classes, we would have, what I'm thinking, if the online classes are not very strict for the senior classes, I would like them to come for a physical class once a week. And we maintain all the COVID, norms and regulations. However, it will depend on the board of directors and the instructions and the government of Nepal health policy again.
Ma'am, what are your expectations from the parents, since all your students will be day scholars and they taught most of the things at home? So what are you expecting from the parents?
I respect the parents and I'm sure they know how they have brought up their child. But at the same time, we have a homework routine for the child also. Till class 5, no homework to be done at home. But how the child, we have a routine for the child when he or she gets back at home. What they should do, take off their shoes, be independent. Keep their reading class, sit with their parents, talk, and they must listen to CNN, BBC, and Al Jazeera news. Okay, whatever age I taught. And then I said you can also watch Mickey Mouse cartoons, and some good cartoons. Of course, the instructions will go in the diaries of the parents. What time the children should sleep, that is also in the routine. And in the class, before they leave for home, their home routine will be once again read out to the children by the class teacher saying, you must do this from this to this time, and 8:30 you must be in bed, and 6 o'clock in the morning you must be up, have said your morning prayers, greeted your parents, drink a glass of milk, and report to the bus stop or walk to school.
Ma'am, will your school have a dramatic society?
Yes, it's there. There's no doubt about that. In fact, because we're going to have a Balmiki school band, I'm thinking of a musical, but not just now. Music. Okay. I come from a school that has done what is this? Joseph and his multicolored coat, in which I played the part of Pharaoh. And I've been in that circle in Kalimpong and Darjeeling where you've done the King and I, Fiddler on the Roof, and all these schools have taken plays even to UK where they have been applauded for the plays.
Ma'am, what is, tell us about maybe one special thing that Balmiki offers and no other school so far has offered, that you're confident?
I'm confident Balmiki will give individual attention to the children, no matter what. That is why I said the teachers must be prepared to work very hard. Even in the interview I've said, I will not take any excuses from you saying that the child is weak. If the child is weak, the teacher is weak, not the child. No child will come to you to a school to be taught to be weak. As a teacher, it is my job to build up the confidence in the little one at his or her own pace. Sometimes a little bit firmly, sometimes with a lot of laughter, but with lots of happiness. Because in the end, if the child is not happy in the school, it makes no difference. Especially in the lower group, is the child happy? Meeting with the friends, talking when in a physical class. And even in class, I do not want to take online classes for the playgroup, UKG and LKG. What I would suggest to the parents is enjoy this time with your children. Love them, laugh with them, play with them, read to them. Make them your little assistant wherever you go. the fathers, I would tell, play with your son. Get to know your son. So that when he comes to school and when he comes back home, he'll tell the father, I missed you during the day. Papa, I did this during the day. The girl will come back home and says, Mama, I missed you. We did this in school. Remember we used to do this at home also? And I told my teacher, miss this. So all that, that a child requires the parents' attention, which is missing in today's education, because the little ones are being sent to school immediately because the mother is earning, the father is earning. But this is the time. All the parents of Dangari, take advantage of the God-given time. Say thank you to COVID and have a wonderful time with your little ones. Teach them your singing, your dancing, tell them stories about how you grew up with them.
Ma'am, please also tell us, as the senior batches come into the new school, they might develop habits of smoking, drinking, or maybe consuming drugs. How would you combat that?
Only this year we're taking senior batches. From this next year, no. And this year also, there's a strong, medical examination they will have to go afterwards, not just now. But then 40 years in the field of education working with youth, immediately from a child's face, what? But I still would want to give a child an opportunity. I don't believe in saying, get out. No. What is the reason? Can he change? Can she change? Help him or her out. But don't point a finger at the child, because I'm no one to point a finger at anyone, leave alone a child. What is the reason behind it all? Give that child an opportunity. Who knows? I may be the person who's going to make him or her into a somebody. When I have that opportunity with me, take it. Make him or her somebody. But don't make his life a mess.
Ma'am, you have had experience of rehabilitating students before this?
Not rehabilitating students, but working with very, very strong personalities who have difficult at home and in college and in schools. But I've just been fortunate with them. I'm a friend to most of them. I accept them, but I just say don't do it, at least for my sake, for the time being. After that, they realize, okay, then that she means it for my good, okay? And then they come out with the reasons why. At the same time, I'm very firm also. You want to be my friend? You must follow my way. Quite a bully in some manners, but bullying for the right reason, all right? But a loving bully. Not one of those bashing ones, but a loving bully and an understanding bully. And later on, we become great friends, and some of them are doing very well now.
Ma'am, I've noticed that the children are very warm towards you, and the senior batches are a little scared of you. Why is that so? Do you do that deliberately?
The senior batches, I am friendly with them, but at the same time, I do it deliberately to let them know that in life, when you work with your bosses, this amount of distance you should maintain. Familiarity breeds contempt. A child should be taught what protocol is right from school. So the little ones know protocol, because you have to love them to make them grow. But the big ones, you must let them know. Now you're starting life. You should know you're a senior person. You should know how to talk. At the same time, you should know how to respect also, and know when to say, okay, I proceed with this, and when to say, I must hold back. That is what I teach that is why I'm a little indifferent or different to the seniors when I communicate with them. Very firm but polite, no nonsense, and then they know she doesn't take the limit, she doesn't cross the limit, but at the same time she understands. If there's any problem, I just say. So they're very fond of me, but they're not close to me.
Ma'am, generally, even when I last met you, you were a principal to a school, a very prestigious school, and now you're the CEO of Balmiki. But even when I last met you, I saw you taking classes and running around the school, and you were conducting classes in, I guess, class 8 or 9. Do you think you'll still want to teach and be involved in.
Without teaching, how can I be the CEO of an institute? I must know what's happening on the ground. If I'm going to be uppity and sit on the chair and just say, oh, Mr. Principal, what have you done? I see what you... No way. I'd like to be involved at the base so that everyone knows that she's on her toes and everyone has to be on their toes. No nonsense. Delivery. And 100% delivery. That is why I said it is not the children who are going to have a tough time with me, it's the teachers. They will get the best, but they must deliver.
Okay, with that thought, I guess let's move to the break. Before I move to the break, I'll just request the audience to please give us calls if you have anything to ask to Yankala ma'am. The number is 410216. Let's take a break. Hello and welcome back after this really short break, and we're heading towards the end of the program. Before I end it, I just want to ask Miss Yankala one last question. And ma'am, can you please tell us, in this age of the internet where most of the children are watching videos on the internet, making videos for the internet via TikTok and different things, they're kids right now, but as they grow up and they might be in the professional front, they might want to delete those things. How are you going to ask them to be careful about that?
The first thing is the internet, use of internet in our school is going to be very, very strict. Only what is required for the child is going to be available for them. But when we have counseling classes, we have counseling also, please remember. When we have counseling classes, we will have experts visit our school and talk to them about the vices of information technology and what cautions they should take, what preventions they should take, so that later in life when they look back, they have no regrets.
I beg your pardon, ma'am. We have an audience calling with a question.
Okay.
Please connect us, Sunilji.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning. Thank you call गर्नु भएकोमा. तपाईको question भनिदिनुस् न हजुर.
Yankila ma'am, good morning.
Good morning, dear.
Oh, you were describing about your school since 2-3
I can't
months.
hear.
Yeah. Then, madam, here publics are eagerly awaiting for your school and entrance exam also. Then public are very, very eagerly want to know how is your that fee structures. Please publish about it.
Ma'am, they want to know about the fee structure. The public is very eager to know about the fee structure.
Okay.
Thank you.
With regard to the fee structure, sir, we have one policy. When your children, you can come for inquiry and counseling to the school itself, Hazur. And when you come for counseling and inquiry, then we let you know the fee structure. Just now, I am not permitted to make an announcement of the fee structure, Hazur. So when you're interested, you don't have to really take the admission form or pay immediately. You come to Balmiki International School, meet my school coordinator, Mr. Thakuri. He will counsel you and tell you what the fee structure is. Rest assured, it's not very expensive, Hazur. It's very, very flexible. We've made it very, very flexible because of the COVID, Hazur.
Ma'am, do they have to pay or at a go, or how is it?
No. A certain registration fee, admission fee, they have said no to all that. The board of director has been very generous, keeping the COVID in mind. Even because for online, the meal fee is also not included. Okay, only the academic fee, the tuition fee, the SUPW is included. Because for when you do online classes, we have to pay for the software, we have to pay for electricity, we have to pay for internet connections, we have to pay for the utility that the staff will be using. So it's going to be pretty heavy on the institute. So that part we have maintained, but otherwise no.
So are you satisfied with your with ma'am's answer? Okay, thank you so much for calling. With this, I think I'll call it the end of our program. Thank you so much, Sunil Thapa, for helping me with the technical front, and Chotu Chaudhary for handling all the graphics. And thank you so much, Ankala ma'am, for being present with us.
Thank you so much, Arzuji. It was a pleasure answering you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day, guys.